And now we turn to the virtual school struggle. Last month, problem solver Laura French found that the number of middle and high school students failing 2 or more classes had jumped in Chesterfield County compared to the previous school year. Now Laura's obtained data from more than a half dozen school systems here in Central Virginia, and some of the numbers are startling. And Laura's here now with a preview of her latest problem solvers investigation. And Laura, that's the big thing, it's the data. What was the big thing that came out to you in looking at the data?
Yeah, we went over lots and lots of data. As you said, we, under the Freedom of Information Act, we asked 7 local school districts for the same data that we got in Chesterfield County. And I think, really the headline is every single school district doubled failure rates from last year. And some of those areas jumped depending on what grade level, like maybe elementary school students really jumped. Maybe it was high school. Middle school students really are struggling in some counties. And then there was, there's some counties that, were doing better. So we wanted to look at, did it make a difference whether kids were in school versus being virtual? So those are some of the things that we were trying to look at. Was there a trend?
And in particular, you looked at Hanover County because their students have been in all year versus other schools that maybe had a mixed schedule or even just all virtual.
Right. So we definitely wanted to see, was there a difference in Hanover County? Hanover County is the only school district in our area, like as you said, that did offer in-person instruction 5 days a week. They also do have the option of going virtual. Last semester, they had 60% of their students that chose to go 5 days a week in person, 40% virtual. And Hanover County was the only county in our viewing area that actually did not have a jump in failure rates. Now, there is a little bit of a caveat there. They did have a 4x4 block schedule, so the high school students had a little bit easier of scheduling change when it came to that. But I believe they had a 35% jump in, they did 35% better at the high school level, and they did have an improvement also in the middle school level as well.
Before we let you go, you did talk to the head of the State Department of Education for this story as well.
That's right. We had lots and lots and lots of questions for Dr. Lane, like how are we going to get kids caught up? And one thing Dr. Lane did say is you cannot assume that every child is struggling, and you cannot assume that every child is doing okay. And what he said is it's going to be tailored to every school system. For example, Hanover County has been in person 5 days a week, so what they do is going to be different than, for example, Richmond, who has been virtual all school year. So it's really going to be tailored to the individual school system. We have all of that data on our website and much more tonight at 11.
All right. Thank you, Laura, for joining us today here at News.